Yeah, so the reason I started playing around with this song is Ratted Me Out was kind of like the first song where I started to like, it was being cut from the set because I was like struggling because it's so kind of fiddly to play. So it seemed like a good place to start. So what I've done here is like, I'm going to try and map a very electronic sound that plays the guitar part, the picking pattern that we have, which we can do because the gloves talk to FM8, which is the synth we're going to use, really well, to the point where I can turn a posture into a picking pattern that we have, translates really well from guitar to that basically. So the juxtaposition is going to be very synthy, very electronic and quite cold, and then the original record has a cello in it and I want that kind of very natural and rustic thing clashing with that very electronic. So that's the theory. It's pointless to try and get a sound that sounds like a guitar. There are other ways you can synthesize sounds that might sound a bit more kind of realistic, but I think it's just like, it's just a waste of time. I don't think it's worth trying to be creating a realistic guitar with this. I think we've got to commit to like an electronic sound, and it's the juxtaposition between a very electronic sound and a kind of natural sound like with the cello that I hope is going to be interesting. We shall see. The reason to use FM8 and why I approached Native Instruments for their support in the first place, there's nothing that I know of that's as sophisticated in terms of the arpeggiator. Like, you can tell it exactly what order you want the notes to play, and you can have, like with the guitar part, I'm playing the first note twice, my thumb hits that bottom string. You can tell FM8 to do that, and there's nothing else like it in my experience. Obviously there are other arpeggiator plugins, but the depth that FM8 goes to, I just think is beautiful. So right away it just seemed like a perfect match with Chord Machine that we have in the Glover software now to recreate these parts. So that's how this is going to work, I hope. So obviously to recreate what we're going for, I need this part, these FM8 arpeggios. They've got to be played with one hand because I need to be able to play the cello bit. I'm going to sweep through that like this. So I've got to play all those chords somehow with one hand. So that's the fun bit with the gloves. There isn't a way of playing them really. It's just we're going to work it out now. So cut to having worked it out, I guess. What is it? Fist.
The verse?
Fist. That's it.
Yeah. It's one finger point, fist and fist. The chorus, and then up to one finger point.
Just need an earpiece with you, just go, one finger point, up your hand! Your sister, she has ratted me out with her scary big blue eyes, and she kissed my hands tonight, and I'm learning that I can't trust her. I'll get back to you on that, and I don't know who to trust, and I don't know who to trust but you, and you, and you, ratting me out. sister, she has ratted me out. Left with all my friends tonight, and she held me by my hands, and I don't know where to look but you. Well, the cello in the verses is like, it's just playing the root notes down the chords. So in this hand, we're building the arrangement out of these three postures. So we can, one of the things that's so cool about the gloves is we can do that, and we can say, right, this one event, get all of these things to play. So the bass is playing something different to the guitar. We're not just sending one block of MIDI out. We've mapped several layers to a single posture. So the cello could be part of this hand as well, which would leave this hand free in the verses for the effects and stuff. The reason I was thinking that the cello had to be on this hand is because in the intro, rhythmically, the cello is more complex than the chords, so they have to be, I can't possibly play them the same way, so it's like da 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 da, something like that, and then the chords are just, you know, one bar after another. So for that section they'd have to work that way, but I'm now thinking that it doesn't for the verse.